Well, I figured we'd tear these axles apart and see how bad these bearings look. They sure sound bad, so let's tear it apart and see what we find. Ugh, that's ugly. Well, there's really nothing to that. It's got some side slop in it, but it doesn't feel bad otherwise. Not much to that, except for I think the seal was on the wrong side. I think they had this hot rod in there backwards. That would make better sense to have it in this way, so the grease zerk actually does something. Doesn't feel bad, but it's crunchy sounding. Same bearing as the differential, minus extra seal. Looks like these axle seals are nothing but felt. Pretty worn though, you can actually see the garter spring on there. Worn right through the felt. It's too bad, I think I'd way rather have a felt seal than a rubber one. I wish they were good. I'd totally reuse those. Forgot this hot rod was still in the parts washer. Sort of shocked I didn't need to press that off. That came off rather easily. L265. PC265. The differential bearings in L265 as well. Interesting. I've seen a trend here. They like this 265 series bearing. You might as well toss them all in the wash. 3 bearings, 1 in the wash. There's another international project we got going on. International Farmall. That's for the 560 gasser out front. One of these days we'll get to that. So we'll clean all these parts up and hopefully we can acquire some new ones. Well, new bearings anyway. That's what we end up with. Nice shiny clean parts. Not perfect just yet. I think for what we're doing, we're probably plenty good. They're really freaking hot though. Pretty gross. I've got the bull gear and the bull pinion carrier, all the brakes cleaned up, both sides, differential. This axle will fit in the parts washer if I stand it up, but I don't know that I'm going to go through the effort of standing it up. I don't know that it needs it. We pretty much just wipe it down. So that's one axle disassembled. Now I suppose we'll clean off the bench and disassemble another, huh? I'll bring you back when I get the other axle up here. Might as well pop this end off. Bolt's a little dickered up. Break out my favorite little hammer, this little S-wing. Make it play. Gee, I can't imagine why the socket didn't want to go on that. When we got this thing, this axle, or the cast hub was right up against this housing and rubbing. I'm assuming that at one point or another the tire chain fell off and got caught in there as well, because the grease zerk was ripped off and it was just a mess. This tractor was sort of a train wreck. I probably shouldn't have bought it. But it was for Kylie, and Kylie wanted it, and Kylie loves it, so I guess that makes it worthwhile, right? She's happy with it. She does like working on it, so could be way worse. I don't even know if these gaskets are available. I'm not interested in making that, I tell you that much for sure. Put that stuff over there because it's the right hand axle. I will say it's hard to complain about how this stuff comes apart. Working on new cars was like working on old tractors. I might not have quit being a mechanic. Ooh. That might be our knock. First time I spun it, it had a pretty good click-clack to it. Well, hey, at least they managed to put this one in the right way. That might be a part of my noise as well. Get all the big stuff off of this. I'm gonna go drop these in the parts washer and I'll grab the clean stuff that's in there. So there's the goodies out of the parts washer. Now we'll go toss this guy in there, give it a bath, and then we'll see what other project we're going to tackle today.